Hey guys, welcome back to the KD podcast. Yeah, Stormers team again. So look, I'm gonna start with the backline because I know the backline. That's what I know. I played backline back in my day. And the thing that stands out for me again is Warwick Galant. I don't understand it. Look, he's been given a lot of free reign at the Stormers to play his game, but as I think Skalkberger and John de Villiers and Shami said in their podcast, Box Office, that he doesn't do the basics properly, man. If he can do the basics properly, he'll be the number one fullback in the country. But because he wants to play a flashy game all the time, it doesn't work out. There were so many mistakes in the last game that he played, where he caused a couple of tries. And to me it was like yeah, he does like nice things every now and then, but then that doesn't lead to anything really. It's something that if we can get Clayton Blommetjies in there, because I know Blommetjies does from back in the Cheetahs days. He's a flashy player, but he does the basics right, man. He'll kick out when he needs to kick out. He won't play his game like the older he gets now. I think more he doesn't want to run as much. I feel that's what's happening. But he's starting to do the basics right as Blommetjies now, man. I'm saying, look, take Warwick off, man. Take him off somewhere. Let him go play for SK Warmers, or let him go play for Van der Stel or something like this. Let him go there, man. And then have him sort his game out and then come back, because you can't have to sort your game out um, in 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 the super rugby, almost in the um, URC and stuff like this. You know. So I see Yuri Matthias back, solid player. Again, also not flashy, but he's a solid player. Our midfield has been chopped and changed like there's no tomorrow. So I think we need to find consistency in that midfield. We need to have a consistent. Okay, this is our pair that we're going with, um, and I feel like we need to give Wandisi Milani some time in the midfield, man. Dan Duplessis, he's a 12, out and out 12. Leave him there. Let him solidify his place there. Wandisi Milani, he's a 13. Leave him there. Let him solidify his place there. If they can start playing together, shucks, we will be a good team. We'll be a good team. Leon Zas, obviously, good player, solid player, strong player, fast player. Nothing bad to say about him. He's one of the most consistent players in our backline so far. Ben Lauder hasn't gotten a lot of opportunity this season, but I think it's mainly due to injury. But he seems to be going back to. He wants to go back to England, which is fair. It's fair enough. Me at his time in Cape Town, I know that his contract when he started was, I think it was 2 years, and I mean the 2 years is coming up now, and he wants to go back and play for England, which is fair enough for him. He was good for the team. Nothing bad to say about him as well. He's a very good player, solid player. But one person that kind of in the backline now that stands out for me in recent times is Arshel Yankees. Huh? Poof, Arshel playing like he wants to play for the Springboks again. Hmm? Does anybody else see that happening? Because he's quick around the base. He's taking his snipes. I can see, man. Whenever he plays against Jaden and all that, man, so then it's like you can see like he has something to prove, man. And to be fair, that I think that's a Cape Town thing, man. Because and it must be a Kyle Moore thing as well, because he looks like he's like, yeah, jy sê nie vir my nie, man. Like something like that, man. Jy sê nie vir my nie. I played Springboks, man, and I was the first guy. I was in the World Cup. I won the World Cup with the Springboks in 2019. I was an integral part of that team. And I feel like he wants to get back there. I don't know if he wants to get back there in a sense, or if he's just got a newfound sense of responsibility. Now that obviously he has a child and all that stuff, and all that comes with that, Um, but I know that he's going overseas. I don't know what club he's going to. I know he's going to France. But yeah, so I think that's something that has jumped out at me in the last, I'd say, month or so. Like the last 3 games that he played, Herschel was something else. He was, now I can tell as man has something to prove, which is quite nice to see from him because as a player, you know his quality, and that's almost like yeah, that quality's coming out now. So that's quite nice, quite nice. So looking at the forwards now again, Steve Satole again needs an opportunity to play. Joseph Dweba, I'm not gonna lie, like I understood why Rasi wanted him in the team because I knew him from back the Cheetahs days, and in back in the Cheetahs days, you know, Joseph Dweba was a force to be reckoned with. And then when he came back, and Rasi gave him a chance, and people were saying, no, why is he there and not, there's other guys and everything. And I said to myself, I know Joseph Dweba, man. Like I know he's a good player, and Rasi just needs to believe in him, man. And he did. Rasi believed in him, and but what happened was that Joseph kind of, I don't know if the moment was too big for him or what happened, but I don't think he believed in himself in that sense. And I feel that he just kind of needs to get back to that, man. He needs to get back to the Cheetahs days before he went overseas. He needs to get back to that Joseph again, which I feel is something that we're missing at the Stormers as well. And then yeah, the forwards actually look quite solid. Looks like a very solid team. And yeah, so I have nothing else to say about the team, but I feel that look, we can take the Bulls on. We can definitely take the Bulls on this week. But again, we need to see what's happening. The Cape Town Derby. Now this is like the third time that we're meeting them this season, I think. The Bulls, I know they took the first game, and then we took the second game. So this is like kind of like you know, we got something to prove kind of in this game. Um, so we're looking. I think as Stormers supporters, we are looking forward to it. But the Stormers, their form hasn't been the best in the last like 5 matches, I'd say, because I think we lost like 4 out of the last 5 matches. So that includes like the Champions Cup and all that stuff when we lost to Northampton and La Rochelle, I think it was. But look, we're still waiting for players like Damian Willemson to come back. I think Mani went on holiday, and I think Sasha also needs to come back. He needs to get back to himself again. He's been. I know he wants to play, and I know he's trying hard, but it will come, man. He must just relax himself and then get slowly back into the game. Um, but then talking about that now, talking about the game, the Bulls are looking to. They're coming with momentum after beating Lyon and beating Bordeaux in the Champions Cup knockout, and you know Vali Leroux is now apparently at number 10. He's now in the back line now at number 10, and I don't know, but I think Jake White gave Jan Goosen a chance to, I'd say, because he wanted him to be in the Springbok setup. But I mean, look, I'm going to be honest with you. As a South African supporter, because I'm a Stormer supporter, I'm a South African supporter first, and then I'm a Stormer supporter. So, as a South African supporter, I wouldn't want to depend on um, Johan Goosen as my number 10. Because, like a few people have said before, that guy has fucking, sorry for the swearing, but the guy has glass knees, man. He doesn't. I don't think he's strong enough for the game, man. And I don't think the Bulls have players or fly offs in that sense that are strong enough to be Springboks. Now, they did have before. They had Andre Pollard, which was obviously a Western Province fly-off, but Andre Pollard was the total package when he was at the Bulls. He still is, but I mean, when he was at the Bulls, he was the total package. It was because of him that what they were doing, not mainly because of him, but they had a good pack of forwards. But if you have a good pack of forwards and you have a good number 10, you have a good team. So now they have a good pack of forwards, but they don't have a good number 10. And they're trying to put Willie at number 10 now, but I don't fully quite understand why Willie's at number 10. He plays well as a secondary, as a receiver, first receiver, but being a first receiver in second phase, if that makes sense. So he's not good as a first receiver in first phase because then he has to think too long, man, about certain things. In the second phase, it's a quick snap decision. Okay, I have to do this, I have to do that. In first phase, it's like, okay, is that guy in the right place? Is that guy okay there? Okay, okay. And then you have to look at the opposition. Say, okay, is that guy right there? Is he okay? Am I gonna dummy him? And there's a lot of thinking involved, man, in that first phase. But in the second and I'd say the third phase as well, that Vali stands out, and he makes it a bit easier for number tens in that regard. Um, but yeah, so yeah, looking forward to that. So Vali Leroux at number 10, looking forward to him being there. I don't know if Marcel Coetzee is gonna. Let me just check here. The Blue Bulls, the Blue Bulls. Let me just check the team announcement of the Blue Bulls. I don't see. I see. Yeah, Marcel Coetzee is actually gonna lead them out this week. Yeah, it's looking good. Cameron Hanukom is on form this week. Valko Low is scrummaging people like there's no tomorrow. Valko Low looks like a fridge, man. Jeez, he looks solid player, man. Sure, I don't know. Like I think what's his name? Oxen Chair is out now actually, so he's out with an injury, if I'm not mistaken. Valko is pressing some numbers there. He's pushing the right numbers there. Cameron Hanukom is still. I think he's above Evan Ross at the moment in terms of his gameplay. Evan Ross is like he's trying too much now, I feel. So I think Cameron Hanukom is just doing what he's just playing his game, and that's what sets him apart, I feel, for today or for Saturday, if you will. And then yeah, we're looking good at the and the forwards. Again, jumping to the backs. If we look at the backline, Kane and Moody and Sergio Peterson on the wings. Sergio always good. Swaggy P is always amazing. Devin Williams, him versus Warwick Halant. You know what now? I will take Devin Williams over Warwick Halant at this moment now because Devin, he has the normal step, the normal step that we all used to from fullbacks with scrum caps, but he unfortunately doesn't have one. But we all used to it, so I'll take him actually over Warwick Halant at this stage. Um, if we're looking at Kane and Moody versus Leoland Zas, that's gonna be a head on head. That's gonna be something. Um, and if we're looking at the midfield between Adolf Foster and David Kriel, between Similani and what's that other guy's name? Duplessis. I think that's gonna be a good backline battle. But if I'm gonna look at my prediction now, I don't know. You know, Stormers, the stadium atmosphere is always going to be electric for this derby. It could be like 40,000 people in the venue, and that's very intimidating. The weather forecast for that day, for Saturday, is seems to be clear. So we're running rugby, but then for running rugby, it could be entertaining. But then again, you could have people in the back lines that want to run too much, you know. So I, as a Stormer supporter, look, I'm one of the staunchest Stormer supporters, right? I'm gonna have to give it to the Bulls this week. And look, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. You can comment and whatever. You can say, yeah, okay, you're not really a Stormer supporter and what. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Okay? But the way the Bulls pack and the Bulls backline look, their backline looks solid. Harold Foster has showed time and time again with the Lions and now with the Bulls that he can play a game that is he can play the strong game and he can play the subtle game. David Krill is still a bit he's still on the I'm still on the fence with him in terms of like his positioning and all that, but he's coming into it. There's a lot of people around him also that have played very well and they continue to play well. So yeah, I think it's going to be a fun game, and I think that they'll win. I think that the Bulls will win by, I'd say, by 10 points. I say yeah, they'll win by 10 points. But look, again, that's just rambling for the day. Yeah, so look, we're looking forward to it. We're gonna have a little bit of a, what do you call this now? A little bit of a post game discussion. We're gonna have a. I think I might add a halftime discussion as well. That will be very emotional, I know, because as a Stormer supporter, you know how it is. We emotional people. We believe our team's good, even though the team is shocking at most times. But yeah, look, we'll see how the game goes, and I'll touch base with you again at halftime. Please don't forget to subscribe, comment, like, do everything you can to the channel. We need to get traction here, guys. So yeah, thanks for everything. Bye.